By the names, I'm called Okello Joshua. I'm a pure Ugandan. I was born in Uganda. So basically today I'm going to update you about the issues of sanctions that were imposed on the Speaker of Parliament of Uganda, Honorable Anita'S. Because as you remember earlier on, I had filed a case at High Court Civil Division, Kampala, whereby in that particular case I was against the sanctions that were imposed on her by the United Kingdom government, because when I analyzed everything, it appeared to be something illegal. It appeared to be a matter that was taken on a personal basis, despite the fact that Honorable Anita'S was against homosexuality, which is being promoted by most of the European countries, as we are very well aware of that. So my going to court was not something illegal, but it was illegal because I'm very sure that the actions I placed there as an ardent believer of rule of law of Uganda, the facts there are very clear, and there's nothing which was outside the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. Because when you read Article 50 of the 1995 Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, it states clearly very well that anyone or any organization has a right to take legal action on something which has been taken illegally on a community or on something that affects the entire public. So basically that's why I went to court, because when you look at the Speaker of Parliament of Uganda, she represents 48 million Ugandans, and as we know very well that she carried a cross for a majority of Ugandans, and by virtue of her carrying a cross for a majority of Ugandans, it basically implies that at the end of the day it affects all of us. Because as a Speaker of Parliament of Uganda, she's meant to chair meetings there, she's meant to chair debates, even the bills that are being enacted in the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda, she's the one who's meant to spearhead. So if you're to look at a situation whereby she's stressed psychologically, she's having a psychological distress, so at the end of the day she will eventually not manage to chair all those meetings or to pass any law which favors the Ugandans at large. So at this point, I want to inform you the current status quo of the case that I filed against the United Kingdom government. So as I said in a few minutes ago, that I filed the case at High Court Civil Division, Kampala, whereby when I filed the case there, the next stage that court was supposed to take was to fix a hearing, because usually when a civil matter is being filed, the first procedure, of course, is filing your complaint or your suit rather, then the next procedure is the hearing date to be fixed. But to my surprise, when I did that, no hearing date was being fixed. But of course, as a patient person, I kept on making inquiries. I kept on contacting the judicial officers at High Court Civil Division, Kampala, asking them or telling them to give me the current status quo of that particular case. But unfortunately, goalposts were kept on being changed, whereby I looked at this as something that I cannot really something that I cannot wait, despite the fact that the situation had run out of hand. And at the same time, when I was trying to make inquiries, to my surprise, the US government also imposed the sanctions on the same person who represents us as the Speaker of our beloved country. So in my understanding, what I decided now to do was to change the case, whereby I shifted the case to a European Court of Human Rights, which is in France, located in Strasbourg City. So my shifting the case there was not because we don't have competent judicial officers in our country, Uganda, but it was because the situation had run out of hand. Your house cannot catch fire, then you tell me to hold on until when the fire brigade comes, and yet there is nearby water there that I can use for cooling that fire down. So it does not make sense. At the end of the day, when I'm to wait for the fire brigade that you're talking of, by the time it arrives there, it will find when everything is destroyed, maybe even the human beings inside. So the Speaker's station ran out of hand, and I could not wait for the patience or for what the judicial officers or the clerks, rather, the civil division were telling me. That's why I shifted the case to a European Court of Human Rights in France, located at Strasbourg City. So as we speak right now, the case is pending for the hearing at a European Court of Human Rights in France at Strasbourg City, whereby I'm sure that soon a hearing date will be fixed for that particular case. And always, as you know, once you file the case in any courts of law, once the hearing is being fixed, you're meant to appear there and of course argue out the matter from there. So as far as that issue is concerned, I'm waiting for the hearing date to be fixed, and when the hearing date is fixed, I'm sure I will inform the public, and I will eventually have to travel up to France to represent the Speaker, to represent the 48 Ugandans, and to represent Uganda as a country at large. And I'm very sure that with the knowledge I have, with the facts I have, and with the rule of law that I have in my brain, I'm going to challenge the Europeans as far as the legal sanctions imposed on the Speaker are concerned. Thank you very much. I remain Okello Joshua,